Hey gang, a few days ago my wonderful beautiful wife Sarah and I had a little discussion over, well, our subject for the day, when I told her about the guy who was in an electric wheelchair who went to Sonic to order some food. And she told me that, people should not be judged on the kind of vehicles that they drive or how they get around and everything like that. And and I 100% agree with her on that. But unfortunately, we live in a world where everybody judges you on everything. You know, and the worst part about it is people want to judge you on everything without even knowing who you are, what you're all about, or anything like that. We're constantly being judged on everything about us, the way we walk, the way we talk, the way we look, the music we listen to, the TV shows we like, the movies we like, the house we live in, the friends we have, religious choices, political choices, everything. Everybody's going to judge you on what you are, and they think it's a lot easier to do that instead of just getting to know you and trying to understand you better. And believe me, I've had my share of judgments around this town. People have assumed that I'm, well, something I'm not. Some people have said I'm a serial killer. Some people have said I've served time in jail or prison or everything like that. And it's just irritating how people just want to do that. They want to sit there and just say, well, that guy right there, da 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 da. You know, and personally, I think the whole thing starts with our parents because when you kind of think about it, our parents are the ones who really start the whole thing up. I mean, we're little kids. We're sitting in the back seat of the family vehicle, and they make a judgment call on a bad driver, or they make a judgment call on somebody walking down the street in tattered clothes, looking dirty and everything like that, and they say, "Oh, look at that bum. Why doesn't he go out and get a job or something like that?" Or they look at some woman who's dressed very scantily clad, or just wearing a little bit too much to show off her body and everything like that. And of course, mom will sit there and say something like, "Oh, look at her. She looks like a friggin' prostitute," and everything like that. And this is where we really pick it all up on, because basically, our parents are ones who are, the people who make those judgment calls, and they sit there and they just say, all this stuff, and it's like they don't even know them. To me, if you're going to say something about somebody, make sure it's somebody you know and you can give somebody an honest opinion. I mean, if you ever ask me about anybody that I know, I will tell you straight out and honestly the goods and the bads about them. The positives, the negatives, and everything like that. I'm not going to sit here and look at some guy walking down the road who, looks like he's in bad shape and just sit there and just go like, "Oh, look at him," probably hasn't showered in days and probably lives in a old abandoned house or something like that. I mean, the thing is, to judge people, it's harsh to do, and around this town, like I said, it's easy for people to do that. I mean, the guy who was in that wheelchair, I'm not sure if it's somebody that it might have been somebody I know. And if it was who I think it is, he's a really cool guy. I've known him for many, many years, and we've always gotten along. He's always been very cool to me and very nice to me. And I just say, God bless him. He's getting around the best way he can. But I do get nervous when I see people riding in an electric wheelchair on the highway, because you got a lot of people around here and a lot of people all over that just plain don't care, who will hit somebody in an electric wheelchair, on a bicycle, on foot, or anything like that. So, but really to really sit there and just judge people without knowing them, it'd be a greater world to live in if we didn't have these kinds of people, pointing at them and just saying, they're this, because you always got to ask the question, well, how do you know? Oh, well, I heard it from somebody, or I can just look at them and tell. You know, I think ultimately, we don't really need to be judging people. I mean, if you, like I said, if you want to give an opinion on somebody you know, that's fine. I mean, if I were to ask you, if I meet somebody and then I go and talk to somebody who knows them and they tell me, I've known them for so many years and I can tell you in all honesty, don't trust them, don't give them money and everything. Okay, I'm gonna take their word for it. I'm like, okay. I may ask more people and they say the same thing. All right, you got it. I'm not gonna hang out with them or anything like that. But I think ultimately, when it comes to judgment, right there, folks, that's what it's all about. And I'll tell you something, I love wearing this t-shirt around town because there are so many people that love to judge others that when I wear this t-shirt, sure I get dirty looks, and sure I get people who just look at me as if just to say, hey, what a smart aleck, but it's the truth, ultimately, you know. And one day when we go to meet our makers, we are going to be judged for everything we did and everything like that. So when it comes to judgment, I don't know. I mean, I've been guilty of doing it too, but I've tried really cutting down on it. But like I said, if you want my opinion on somebody I know, I'll give it to you straight out, honestly and realistically. But if it's somebody that I've never met, if it's somebody that I just look at and just, it's not really fair to just look at somebody and just make a judgment call like that and just say they're this. Because believe me, I've been fooled multiple times. See somebody walking down the road and they look like they're homeless or something like that, and it just turns out they got a lot of money in their pocket. They just choose to live that way because they don't want people to know that they've got lots and lots of money and things like that. And that's fine. That's great. Some people choose to live the way they want to live. And that's okay. So yeah. So when it comes to judgment, we all do it, and it's not going to go away. But I just say this much. Let's try to ease up on it a little bit, okay? Because as the Bible says, judge not lest ye be judged. And to be honest with you, I don't think those words apply today, unfortunately. But that's how it goes. So if you want to, leave your thoughts and your comments down below about judgment calls and everything like that. And I mean like real judgment calls, not in sports or anything like that, okay? Thanks for watching, everybody. God bless you all. Hope you're having an awesome day. Hope you enjoyed the video. And if you like my videos, please feel free to subscribe. Let's stop trying to destroy the world. Let's help others really, really need it right now. Let's keep praying all this virus, disease, scare nonsense is going to stop very, very soon. And whether or not you believe in God, He believes in you. If you would have a fellow YouTuber reach 100 subscribers, 1,000 subscribers, 10,000, or 100,000 subscribers, and any goals you want to try to achieve in life, I hope you get there and get there real, real soon. But as long as it's legal and nobody gets hurt, especially yourself, and always remember you're here for a reason. But if you weren't here, you will be missed. Take care of yourselves. Try to be good. Try to be good yourself. Try to be good to others. Until we do this again, as always, stay strong.